I think some people wonder how I got injured, but I was born like this. I was born without legs, without knees, and I started playing wheelchair basketball when I was 12. But before that, I just loved sports. Especially baseball. I watched baseball a lot with my dad, and I actually went to the stadiums multiple times with my friends. Since when I was a kid, I just loved sports. And I knew I wanted to do something when I grew up. That's what I was thinking when I was like, I don't know, like 10 years old. And so when I was 12, I went to this event where you can try out wheelchair basketball and wheelchair, you can actually sit in a basketball chair. And this one local team, which really plays like nearby my house, was like holding the event. And I tried it and I loved it. I loved how they were like so energetic and they looked so like they looked like they were like having fun like a lot, and I liked it. And I was 12, but they were like an adult team. The closest age was 24, so like 12 years older than me. But they were like, "Hey, do you want to play basketball with us?" I was like, "Well, I'm a kid. Can I play?" But yeah, that's how I got into wheelchair basketball. So ever since then, I just fell in love with this sport. And my dad actually used to play basketball when he was younger. So he taught me a lot of stuff, like a lot of basic stuff, like how to dribble, how to pass, how to shoot. And I knew almost like how to control my chair. So that wasn't a big problem. And also one person helped me a lot too. His name is Shinpei Oikawa. He was actually the head coach in Rio and one of the staff members in Tokyo too, Paralympics. And I first met him when I just started playing basketball, wheelchair basketball. So when I was 12, I met him, and he knew a lot about wheelchair basketball, like basic skills. And he taught me a lot of stuff. And that's how I learned how much like the basic skills are important and stuff. 2007, my journey to University of Illinois started. That's where Steve used to play. That's where Brian used to play. And the reason why I wanted to go there was because I wanted to learn from Michael Frogley, who is actually known as the best coach out there in the wheelchair basketball industry. And that was the year 2010. And that year, I finally was able to play with Steve and Brian on the court with the same jerseys, and we actually won the college nationals. And that was one of my most favorite moments in my career. So I just wanted to get better. And wanted to keep playing at the high level. That's why I wanted to come to Europe. I always loved playing against Lahn-Dill even when I played for BG Baskets Hamburg. I loved the way Lahn-Dill played as the team. Like the teamwork was great, defense was great. I just loved playing against Lahn-Dill. My dream was to play for this club. So yeah, that's how I got here in 2017. But I told Nick and the club, Andreas too, that I only just want to play for 2 years because I wanted to go back to Japan to get ready for Tokyo. In the last 1 year, I needed it to just settle myself in Tokyo and get ready for the Paralympics. And I thought I was gonna be done with playing overseas after Tokyo, but this pandemic happened and Tokyo was postponed. I had we in Japan, like there was like a semi lockdown kind of thing, and I had to be away from wheelchair basketball. That was my first time actually, since I started playing wheelchair basketball. That was my first time that I had to not practice, I guess, except for my injuries. Anyway, that's when I was thinking like how much I loved basketball, how much it meant for me, play games and stuff. So like a couple months later, I was able to practice again in Japan after the semi-lockdown, and I realized how much I loved basketball, and my passion kind of like came back, I guess. Like I was like a little kid again, even though I was 32. I was like a little kid playing, like having fun out there on the court, and yeah, and I felt like I still want to play in Europe again. Actually, around that time, Nikolai sent me a message again. He was like, "Do you want to come back to Lahn-Dill?" I was so happy about that. Like, when I left the team in 2019, like Nikolai and some team managers told me that, hey, door is always open. So if you feel like you're coming back, just tell us. I was like, okay, thank you. I really appreciated their messages and stuff, but I knew I didn't know, but I mean like I thought that I was gonna be done after Tokyo, but yeah, they were like still they wanted me. The fact that they wanted me still was like a big moment, I guess. It made me so happy, and I told Nick to give me a couple days, couple weeks to think about it. But I was like yes, I was really happy about that, and I decided to come back here. Like, when was that? In June, I think. June 2021. So yeah, that's how I came back here, and I wanted to play with Brian Bell again. So my teammate, my buddy, my brother. So I'm so happy to be back here now. Yeah, that's my story, I guess.